Adam from Silver Summit has sent us some Hookbill hatching eggs in the mail, and I just got the email that they have been delivered. So you want to head to town with me and pick them up?
Sure.
All right. Why did you want Hookbill? What are they called?
Dutch Hookbills.
Why did you want Dutch Hookbill?
First of all, they're like the coolest looking duck ever. They have this crazy hook bill that's like...
It's like a hook, isn't it?
And they are super, super rare.
I know that there's not very many of them, and it says that there's estimated to be no more than 800 individual egg-laying females.
Wow.
And it's an endangered breed. And that's according to the Livestock Conservatory. Reckon what colors we're gonna get?
I don't know, but I really like the bibs and the dusky. I think it's called Harlequin.
It says the dusky mallard has a black head and rump with a green luster.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you don't really care what color they turn out to be, as long as you get a
Bill.
Let's see what this is what they look like. See if I can. And there is their unique bill. All right. All right, you gonna go get dressed and we'll head on to the post office. I think your daddy's already gone outside to feed. And we may have to feed Peaches on the way out, but we can handle that, can't we?
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
Well, I knew you would be, but I'm excited too.
Alright, so the girls have gone or headed out to the post office to go get those special surprise eggs for Mary Carl. Rare, I might add. In the meantime, I'm gonna do all the chores. We had one heck of a rain last night. Got one more storm front coming in. I think we're gonna be okay. I was kind of worried about how much rain we were gonna get, but the garden held up well. I'm not gonna lie, it held up well. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on. What's up, buddy? You wanna come out? Get your mud tires on. You may want to put it in auto 4-wheel drive today. Tommy! Tommy, did you just literally stand out in the rain all day? I mean, all night? Look at you. All right, guys. Come and get it. Here they come, look. Look. There's Nugget. Come on. Nugget. Nugget, you sinking, buddy. Look at you. Why are you sinking? Do I need to go get a winch? Huh? Good morning, Cleo. Who wants a little snack this morning? Y'all come on. I once was a turkey, but I lost my strut. All right. Hello, babies. This is Mary Carl's nursery. Don't ask me what she's got in here, because I don't know. But there's chickens in here. Get y'all. This water's full. Let's get y'all some food. Alright, guys. Got y'all fixed up. Y'all, there goes Nugget, look. Boy, he's wide open this morning. Let's see if he runs by. No, I don't know where he went. There he goes. Yo, look. Boy, he's skint back. There he goes. Look, 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 look. You gonna get a ticket this morning. That's a good thing he's the sheriff, or he would get a ticket. Oh, here he comes. That goose tried to sim try to get him. There it goes. Oh, look. Whoa, buddy. Funny how some mornings he's wide open. Some mornings he just ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. You gonna take a break to come get you some water? Hang on. Hang on. Go ahead. You probably need some. All that running around. Do you have to shake your head every time? Do you have to shake your head every time? All that head shaking. See? That's civil. That's not. And guess what? Here comes some more rain. You know, the sun was just shining 5 minutes ago, and I don't have a raincoat. Hopefully it's short-lived. Oh, maybe it's starting to... Well, we'll see. Nugget, where's your raincoat?
What is that? Keys to go to a bigger box.
Yep.
Okay, try it again. All right. I think that's gonna be some hatching eggs. It's to Mary Carl. Look at that. How about that? Look, are you sure are opening that quick? Could it be excitement? Silver Summit Farm. NPIP certified. You see the sticker on the top?
Yeah.
And that is the reason we don't ship eggs, because we are not NPIP certified. This is kind of like a special surprise. Can you get one out?
Yeah.
Wow, look at how well they're packaged. Ooh,
You see it down in there?
I do. What is it?
The hookbill egg.
A Dutch Hookbill hatching egg. More than one.
More than one. How
Thank
many
you,
is it?
Adam. Silver Summit Farm. We're going to get these home and get them in the incubator and see what we can hatch, right?
It is slacking off. I can hear thunder in the background. You through running? You gonna come on in? Get you some breakfast? Come on. Come on. Come on, let's go. Get you some breakfast. Alright, I'll come back and get the goats when this rain stops. They are not gonna come out and eat right now. Just not gonna do it. Let's get the goats some hay at least. They're not gonna come out of their house. But we'll eat some. Oh, it's dark. These are these bags that somebody sent us for the hay, and they've been working awesome. One of our fans, thank you so much for this bag. I can't tell you, they sent us 2 of them. How helpful these bags have been, and they come from IKEA. All right, girls, I got y'all something. All right, that should keep y'all satisfied until this weather gets blown over. Woo, big thunder. I better get the boys quick. All right, boys, I'm coming.
So we're unwrapping the first
Hookbill duck egg.
And you're going to place them
Into a carton.
into a carton to let them rest, right?
Correct.
Is that one okay?
Yep.
All right. So you got a few more to do.
I do.
And we'll let them rest for a little bit, and then we'll have the incubator ready. And we'll see what happens, right?
Right.
All right, it is cleared up. Turned into a pretty day. Let's plant some tomatoes. Here you, Scott. Scott. So we are going to do our tomatoes today. Finally, we're like really at least 4 weeks behind planting because it's just been so darn wet. And we even had in our area 3 to 5 inches of rain.
We dumped out that 5-gallon bucket of worm castings
Yeah.
last week or so.
Yes.
It's full.
It's full again. So,
That tells you how much rain we got.
but I did say in one of my videos prior that I was planting them tomatoes this week. I didn't care what happened, and that's what I'm going to do. Actually, the soil
It's good.
is fairly dry, especially on this end. It gets wetter or it gets more moist as we go down that way. But right here is okay. So I think we're okay to start planting some tomatoes. These tomatoes are wet. There's probably going to be huge transplant shock in them, but I want to bury them until there's about this much sticking out.
You know what? I have seen a lot of questions asked, and
What's
I've
that?
actually got it down to answer it on the podcast
What's
because
that?
I don't know the answer. So, what do you do about cutworms?
Cutworms.
Now, answer me a question before you get started.
What I do about cutworms?
No. Answer me a question before you get started.
Okay.
Is a cutworm and a hornworm the same thing?
No, it's two different types of worms.
We don't have cutworms,
Yeah,
do
we do. I got cutworms.
I never heard you complain about
No,
it.
I've never had issue with cutworms. But
What do you do?
there's an old timer thing of doing is putting, because usually cutworms only do damage when they're really young, when you first plant them. Not to say that if an adult tomato might get cutworms, but usually they cut them off when they're small, and they'll just cut them off and it kills the plant.
Why do they cut them off?
They eat through it. Generally, the old timers would take a styrofoam cup, knock the top out, and set the plant over it.
I saw somebody said take aluminum foil and bundle it up around the bottom of the stalk,
You
but
could do
I
that
would
too.
think it could still climb through.
It could. What I do is, and I got a whole video about it, and I'll try to remember to link it down below, is, we start a very, very early organic spraying regimen with pyrethrin, with BT, with spinosad, and neem oil, and I just rotate those sprays throughout the growing season. They're all natural and they're all 100% organic. And if you stay on top of it from day one, you won't have cutworms or you won't have hornworms. Spinosad is probably the best all around. If you just had to get one, I would get spinosad and neem oil. Spinosad lasts usually about 2 weeks, and neem oil is a great deterrent, and neem oil also helps with funguses.
I brought the jungle.
These are going to be root bound because they're way, way behind. But we're going to bury them super deep until this much is out of it. All this would turn into roots. I know you can't see it, but there's little bitty hairs all over the stems. Every one of those hairs can turn into a root. Now, some people will pull the leaves off. Some people say don't pull the leaves off. I've done it both ways, and I've never seen a difference either way. So that's up to you. And you see how deep we're going with it. You saw how big that thing was.
Are these all the same kind on this row?
Those all should be the same kind.
You want to put the little marker?
We can put the little marker. There should be a marker on the end down there. Right there.
So these are the same
That's
kind.
it. What's it say?
Sun gold.
All right, these are sun golds.
Woohoo!
So we won't put our tomato cages around these. I'll do the fertilizer, but it kind of smells just a little bit.
Smells.
Yeah. That organic fertilizer.
You smell it?
Yes, it's a very strange smell.
It has a little stench to it. These sun golds are indeterminate tomatoes, which means that they'll keep growing all year long. So they're going to grow well on into the summer months and produce tomatoes the whole time. Everything else we
complaining.
grow is going to be indeterminate. I mean, everything else we grow is going to be determinate. which means they're all gonna produce about at the same time. We pick them one time and they're done. And we're adding some organic fertilizer right here at first. And usually your organic fertilizers are slow release. They're not gonna be an instant fertilizer like a liquid style fertilizer or a synthetic fertilizer. Now I do have drip irrigation, but we're just kind of rushed for time this year. I'm just gonna lay it on top of the ground and probably just cover it up with a little bit of dirt. So I'll come back and do that when I have time, because it's gonna get dark on us here pretty soon. Bella Rosa, this is our favorite tomato. It has an amazing flavor, but it's also a hybrid. And it is so disease resistant, and it really makes a lot of tomatoes. Now we'll come back, as we always do, and add cattle panels. Now we got red snappers. This was a new one that Hoss got last year that was an awesome tomato. It's a beefsteak style tomato, which means it gets really big. These plants are very prolific. They get really big. As you can see how big they are in them seed trays, and these were all planted at the same time. But the Bella Rosa will stay more compact and actually make more tomatoes than these red snappers. But these red snappers are awesome. And this is a brand new tomato Hoss got this year called Mountain Vineyard. And it's a mix between a cherry and a non-cherry tomato. The taste is supposed to be the best tasting tomato. But it's gonna be small. It's gonna be bigger than your cherry, but smaller than a regular tomato.
And you know what?
What's that?
Every one of the seeds germinated.
Wow. Because it was a small pack of seeds.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
That's pretty good. Last year, this area had squash in it. So this year, I'm putting tomatoes in it. Those are two different types of species, so I am doing a crop rotation to the best of my ability. Now at our new farm, we'll be able to do a true crop rotation. But this is as best as I can do here. Try not to plant the same thing in the same place every year.
Why is that?
Say for instance, there's a tomato pest here that loves tomatoes, and I plant it again next year, he's gonna pop his ugly head and get on our tomatoes. But if we planted squash here, it would break that insect cycle. Not to say it's gonna be foolproof and keep you 100% from having pests, but it helps tremendously. And that's why cover crops are important. That way you can break that insect cycle with a cover crop after your plants are done. And that would help break that pest cycle. And of course, add nitrogen back to your soil and help with erosion.
Woo, Jason.
That fertilizer smells good, don't it?
Tucker, do we need a cat to help? Yes.
Then we got mortgage lifters. We got mortgage lifters in here, which is an heirloom. And I got another heirloom. This one's beefsteak tomatoes, which is your old original big huge tomato. Now since these are heirlooms, they're not going to produce as many, and they're going to be more susceptible to diseases and pests. But it's always cool. I always like to grow some if I can. All right, I got it done. Had a good rain this morning. It went out, so I was able to get this done. Hopefully, I'll keep y'all updated on this, and we'll keep y'all updated on those super rare Hookbill duck eggs. Kind of follow us on Instagram or Facebook or even Twitter or even on LinkedIn. We post on all those platforms and on TikTok. So if you want daily updates, check those sites out, because we will post a lot of daily updates there throughout the day. All right, sweet. It's getting dark. Can't tell it on the camera, camera does a good job of making it look like it's bright out here, but it's getting dark. Stoked.
Let's put the hookbill eggs in.
What about your little...
I'm gonna get there. I don't
Okay.
know how big the eggs are.
What's the temperature?
It's at 9. I think it's at 100. I'm
Oh,
not.
I said 100?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what it's supposed to be quite yet.
Uh-huh.
So I haven't had time to research about the hookbills. I tried, but nothing really comes up. You want to give them some space in this incubator
Yeah.
so they can roll.
Well, it says the water's empty.
It's not. I just filled it up.
Okay.
You don't want to give them too much space to where they're gonna roll all around the incubator.
I got you.
But just enough to where it gets it's able to turn. And I really like this incubator because it actually turns the eggs with the floor.
Yeah. This is the RCOM 50. I'm not 100% sure that this incubator is still available.
Yeah.
But if it is, I'll try to put a link down below. But I've looked for it in the past, and I've had a hard time finding it.
And you also don't want to put your eggs too close in this one.
Yeah.
That can be an issue with this incubator.
How many days are going to be in here?
I'm thinking 28. As I said, I didn't really have a good amount of time to check on those.
So 28 days. 26 to 28 days.
That's a normal duck. I think I might have to move my lid away. Now I'm just kind of like this. Ooh.
And these are fairly rare, aren't they?
Yes,
You
they're
can't-
critical on the livestock conservancy.
You don't get these at your feed store.
Nope.
We have a super fan of the channel that's a Hookbill breeder, and loves Mary Carl and loves what she does, and sent Mary Carl these amazing eggs. Alright, on it goes. Alright, it's set for 1 hour. The temp is at 99.6. Is that what you want?
Can you do it at 99.9?
We sure will. Humidity is at 70.
That should be good.
Okay. Alright. Well, it's in there. We'll keep you guys updated on these amazing eggs. In the next video, we'll probably candle them.
Yeah.
Awesome.